What we have here is a Cummins ISB'13, and this is an international, and I'm replacing a fan belt tensioner and the fan belt itself. You can see it's jumping there right there. It's jumping a little bit, and the tensioner is also kind of crapping out. It's wobbling a little bit. So we'll get both of those out. This is how you do it. On an international, you are very likely going to see these 4 bolts here. These are 13 millimeter. International is very fond of the metrics. And on a Freightliner, on the other side, you will very likely see a fan clutch hose that you'll have to disconnect. As this is international, I can't really show you that. This doesn't have that. But on the international, go ahead and get this off. Once you've got that off, go ahead and step inside here, and right down there on the tensioner, you want to put a 1/2 inch socket, and you press away from you. So we can do it that way, and that relieves the tension on the belt. So press with one hand, preferably your right, and then work the belt over the alternator right there, and then release this slowly. So go ahead and press that way, and then right here, the belt will get loose, and you just slide that over. See if I can do that without dropping my phone. There we go, and be careful pulling your hand back. You don't want to get that pinch somewhere. And then you can go ahead and slide that belt off. You can either cut it, or you can get it pushed around the fan belt and the fan, and then rotate the fan and get it through the fins and just get that off. Once you've got the fan belt out, it's a good time to just rotate everything to make sure there's no grinding. And it's also a good time to scrape out anything that is in the ribs there. Just rotate with some sort of tool like this, and then wipe it off. Somebody put grease in there for some reason, so that's out now. The bolt on the tensioner, right there, that is a 1/2 inch. So get a 1/2 inch on there, and then you pull that towards yourself. Be careful, just go slow, try not to bust your knuckles. I've done it a few times where I've slipped and hurt myself. Just be careful, go slow. There we go, it's coming off. So get that all the way off, and the tensioner will fall if you don't hold it. It'll just pop right off. And save that bolt. The new tensioners don't come with one, so you're gonna have to reuse it. And there we go. And you can see there is a notch right here that corresponds with down there. There's also a notch to fit that in. If it doesn't fit properly, it'll go all over the place, and it's not gonna be tight at all. You want to make sure once you have it seated with the bolt through it that fits in the notch down below where this goes. That notch is right there. You want to make sure that little nipple looking thing goes in there, and then right here, that's of course where the bolt goes. You don't want this over here where it should be in the notch, or floating right here. Everything's just going to be wonky, and then when you start it up, the belt will go flying off and get all ripped up, and you just cause some more damage. So make sure to get that seated properly when you get that back on. Once you get it on, press it that way as far as you can, give it a little wiggle. There should be a tiny bit, not a whole lot. If it's all over the place, you need to back it off and get it in that notch. Then go ahead and get this fairly tight. You can get a lot tighter with your hand if you're holding it with both, which I'm not doing because I'm filming. Once that is in and good and tight with no movement, you want to get the belt up and over the fan, and then get it looped just like it was before. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you've never done this before, be sure to take a picture of the pattern of the belt, and then just reference that as you need. One thing you want to look out for is right there, and I'll go on the other side and show you. Now this is the driver's side, and what I'm talking about is right here. That will stick sometimes on a lip. You want to get that slid over and make sure it is seated properly. If you try to get this tight with that on that lip right there, it's not going to work, and you'll just be fighting against yourself. I've gotten it good all the way around except on the alternator, so I'm going to put that 1/2 inch ratchet down there again and press away from myself, and that will give me some slack, and then I'll work this up and over here. Here it is on improperly because I wanted to show you some things to watch out for. Make sure that there's nothing hanging off right here. It should be fully seated, which that one is not on the alternator. And down here, it's not seated on the AC compressor properly. Should be one rib over. And right here on the water pump, it is slid over to the front a little bit too far. So if you have anything like that before turning it on, you want to correct that. you just put some more pressure on the tensioner. It'll give you some slack, and then go ahead and fix this with a hand that's not using the tensioner. Once you've got everything aligned and fixed anything, if you needed to, go around and check on the other side. Make sure everything's just visually lined up before you start it. And we're looking good on that side too. As you can see, it is not on that lip that I was talking about. It's behind it where it should be. So then go ahead and just start the truck up. Congrats, you replaced a tensioner and a belt. And if you're using an International, make sure to get this back on. And right here goes up over that lip just a little bit. Thank you for watching. I hoped that helped out. And if it did, please consider subscribing. Have a wonderful day and be safe.